Vodafone presents the pre-match.
We've got a special treat for you now. IEM Sydney Day 2, and I, fortunately, for myself and for Jason, am back in the hosting. Big love to him for letting me get a full 8 hours of rest. And I'm your host, Alex Machine Richardson. Joining me at the panel, we do have Chad Birchall and Janko Paunovic, the usual candidates, the usual suspects for breaking down some world-class Counter-Strike. And indeed, that is what is on the menu now. We've got that game out of the way, and we do have a real crazy one up next. This is going to be big. We've got Mousesports versus Astralis, and I think these guys will tell the story much better than I when it comes to just how exciting this one is, and for so many different reasons. Mousesports Australis are two of the most talked about teams in 2018 at this moment in time.
Yeah, and this could potentially be a grand final preview right here that we're about to see. Now, the reason for that is obviously Mousesports. We talk about their trajectory since last year. They've been looking fantastic. They've been building momentum. They obviously stumbled in Marseille. They didn't look themselves. Now, we know that there was a couple of issues with, sick players or being a bit under the weather, but let's get those excuses out of the way straight away. Australis were the team that turned heads at that event. They now look like the team to beat. So we had Mousesports, who were the favorites. Now we have Australis, who are the clear favorites, going head-to-head right here, right now. Best of three, dust 2 in the map pool. Everything is looking fantastic.
Yes, indeed. I mean, Janko, when you started listing off best teams in the world at this moment in time, in your opinion, would those two names be at the tip of the tongue?
I think they would. You're maybe a bit worried about Mousesports with that performance in Marseille. You would expect maybe this to have been the grand final at that particular tournament. So for Mousesports, this is proving grounds, right? That Marseille was just a one-off, whether players were not feeling 100% or whatnot. Then here they need to really bounce back and have a good run to show us that they're still on top of their game.
I did hear murmurs of illness and players feeling uncomfortable and unwell for Mousesports, so perhaps we'll leave that as an excuse for now, and we'll see what they can do in Sydney. Now, did you guys catch Device's tweet regarding being the best team in the world, being considered number one? Janko, you did?
Yeah, I think it's, obviously it's very difficult, and I agree that you can't, yes, you can put them in a ranking and give them the number one spot, but there is no clear number one. Yes, Astralis had a great run at Marseille, and that was worthy of the best team in the world, but it's about repeating that performance and being consistent. If we've seen anything, not just in 2018, but even throughout 2017, is that any team can really win a tournament, but teams actually struggle to win consecutive tournaments and to have a sort of a great run.
Now, Chad, I'm afraid I'm going to have to return to your point you just made. You just said dust 2 in the map pool. Now, is that because of a Twitter spoiler? Have you ruined our veto?
We did see that, right? And Glave's tweet was alluding to the fact that if we get to the third, that it will probably be dust 2.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so let's theory craft this veto, because this is where things get very, very interesting. Both of these teams, you guys have, on numerous occasions, said have deep map pools. I'll let Janko take the lead on this one. What are you thinking?
Well, we already started doing the vetoes, so I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about. And it's if I'm Astralis after Marseille and with the change in the pool, Cobblestone being out, obviously that was the perma-ban for Astralis, and dust 2 in. Since Astralis was talking about everyone is going to study them and all that stuff, if I'm then, for this tournament, I'm focusing on 2 maps, dust 2 and Nuke.
Sure.
Because that's what I'm definitely going to get in every single best of 3, and that's, for the majority of the teams, going to be a glaring weakness, right?
Yep, sure.
If teams are going to study on the maps you're good on, like study on Train, Overpass, Inferno, all that stuff, by focusing on these 2 maps, you have almost a guaranteed, 1-0 in a best of 3 series. And those maps, sure, like people can study you, but you are very solid on them. You're confident. You can switch things up a little bit on the fly. We know Glaive can do that. He's good at adjusting. So that's a way to kind of cheat, not change your whole game plan, but just try playing the new maps a bit more.
You can see right here with these 2 bans how dust 2 plays into the map pool. Normally, we all know, Australis would have banned Cobblestone in this scenario, but they get a free veto here. And I guess you could maybe say a similar thing for Mouse. So they've eliminated each team's strongest map, right? For Mousesports, we said they're the best Mirage team in the world right now. That one's gone. And then for Australis on Overpass, they've been looking fantastic.
Is that a weakness for Mousesports as well, Janko? Is that something that they've done?
Yeah, definitely. So it was Overpass and Cash, and they've shown lately that they have been playing Cash. They're good on it. That was actually their pocket pick against Australis at the major, where they completely crushed them, and that was a huge surprise because Mousesports didn't really play it up until that point. So it's going to be interesting to see here whether they go for the same thing again, right? Where they go for Cash or they go for Nuke.
There it is. Okay, so Astralis bringing in Inferno, and you said Nuke, but it does seem like it's going to be Mousesports' pick. Chad, is that the kind of the other way around to how you're anticipating it?
Look, I didn't think that would be the maps we'd see coming out here. I thought that we'd actually get the pick of Nuke from Astralis.
Right.
And the guys from Mousesports going for the punish on the Cash pick because of that 16-2.
Yeah, but I don't think that Astralis, I think Astralis were counting on the nuke pick from Mousesports, right? Because, as I said, the cash situation at the major was a one-off, and Astralis certainly coming into this game, they would have prepared on cash in case Mousesports does it again. So they were probably feeling like, why would we give them for Mousesports? It's Nuke and Mirage. Those are their two best maps, and they can play against any team. After that, they get into trouble. So I agree with the pick of Inferno for
Interesting.
Astralis.
Okay, so with that said, the next ban is that of Astralis, right? This is how it works. So they choose to get rid of cash. They've dodged a bullet there in your eyes, right, Chad?
Yeah, well, look, Mousesports, LMBT said to me that they don't really even practice the map. When they pull it out, they seem to win by huge margins. We saw it once again in Marseille. So something they obviously just feel comfortable on, and getting rid of that for Australis, like it feels like they can drive this video in any direction that they want, right? So obviously we can probably just whack through now.
You want to go through them all?
Dust 2 is going to probably be that last map, right? If Glaive is not fibbing.
So Mousesports then had the choice. They could take it to not Cobblestone, because that's not in the map pool. It was Train or Dust 2. And have we seen a Dust 2 yet in IEM Sydney? Will this be the first? This will be the debut of the new map in an offline event.
And again, looking into the picks, another thing we have to note is that unlike Marseille, where it was knifing for sides, here the team that picks the map, the opponents pick the sides. So Astralis also get to start on the CT side of Nuke, and Mousesports pick CT side of Inferno, which isn't really, that map is 50-50. It's mostly run by whoever has control of the economy. So if you get that on the T side, you can have a great run. And we see that Mousesports in the end do go for Dust 2 over Train. That's an interesting one.
Just quickly, the problem I have here with Inferno and Nuke is it can be very execute heavy on the T sides, and we know that Australis are looking like a well-rehearsed orchestra with their, I guess, executes at this point. The problem is Mousesports thrive in the post-plant scenarios. They thrive in the 2v2s, the 3v3s. If they're not even getting a chance because Australis are being so methodical in their approach, life is going to be very difficult for this Mousesports roster to get going.
So Inferno is our first map. Just a couple of initial thoughts before we jump in.
Yeah, I think
50-50 map for you?
No, I think Astralis has the edge because they have so many different setups on the CT side, right? It feels like they have a very good grasp of the map and how to force their opponents into uncomfortable positions. And Mousesports, this is where at times we saw them, you know, a bit confused on the map, not really sure how they want to execute on their T side, which is something that we regard them as being very strong on, right? With LMBT, Chris J having very good game plan. So I think Astralis has the edge on Inferno.
You seem to be nodding along to that, Chad. I think Astralis' pick, Inferno, is going to be a good start. My question is, do we get to see that third? I sincerely hope we get to see. Almost, don't go which way it goes in the first two. I just want to see that Dust 2.
I would like to say yes here, but I just think the way the map pool's gone, I'm leaning towards this being a 2-0 for Australis, Alex.
Okay, so a lot of faith in the Danes. They certainly threw down the gauntlet in Marseille. Let's see if they can replicate that form and cement themselves as the world's best team. Mousesports Astralis, Inferno the first. Your casters are Hank the Tank and none other than Harry.
Thank you so much, Alex. Here we go, the hot match of the day with a possibility of Dust 2 to close things out here in this best of 3. It will be Mousesports to start on the CT side of Inferno. Australis doesn't look like we're necessarily live. I kind of came in hot. Maybe too hot, Harry. It does happen to the best of us. I will have to just calm it down, bring it down a few gears, and I can kind of build it back up again once we're ready. So, initial thoughts, we heard the analysts, they feel like Astralis have got the edge on Inferno. I tend to agree with that. I feel like Nuke is where things get real spicy because that's where Chris J is actually the main AWPer on the Nuke side. They actually have a very strong Nuke. Astralis has been playing it more and more. Do you think we'll get to Dust 2 though?
Well, I don't know. Like with how the veto's gone, right? I think this is going to be pretty tricky for Mouse. I'll be honest with you. Even though, I think these are good maps for both teams, I do think that Astralis ever so slightly has the edge. Regardless of what I think, though, I sincerely hope that we get to Dust 2. It'll be amazing to see it in this series.
Well, here we go. Now we are ready to kick things off. Like I said, this should be the match of the day. 2 HE grenades suggest a straight-up banana rush from Astralis. You're going to be seeing 2 HEs at the very top by those barrels trying to shut down Sunny. There they are. They have got smokes for the coffins and indeed the spawn area. Sunny completely destroyed that. Now they don't have to commit. Hard work has been done. Looks like they wanted to deploy the smokes either way. And it's just going to be poor old Chris J waiting the other side. He is great with the pistols. Let's see if this USP can find some connection. It is going to get one, maybe even a second here. Mages struggling to connect. The shot finally comes through. 3-on-3.
Yeah, bomb going to go down, and actually they just tap it out the first time. Stick Go going to come on through. He's dropped the bomb. And Magisk, now it is just Glaive and Dupree left alive at 2 versus 3. Now they have to retake this site and get that bomb down. Rops is boosted up. He's just going to tap away, and Dupree, he'll come faltering down as well. Mouse, They win that pistol round, and actually they've been able to deny the bomb plant as well. That's a pretty big win for them.
Well, there it is. Straight up banana rush from Astralis there. The HE successful, blocking the vision of the CTs. Didn't do much damage, but it did grant them the first frag. And unfortunately for Astralis, they made a bit of a blunder in the fact they left the bomb alone when it was trying to be planted. Sticker couldn't believe his luck, found that kill, and then the round just fell apart. I can see Oscar buying up the auto shotgun. It is a weapon he's trying to use more and more. It is coming into the game ever so slightly. He's really the main provider of kills with that weapon. We'll see whether he can do any sort of damage here. Full investment on the Australis side, actually working out quite nicely so far. Oscar at the bottom by the smoke, their device ready and waiting on the other side though. If Oscar could be flashed in towards T-Sets, that'd be great. But he's actually alone right now. Gonna find the first, not the second. Device shuts it down. Gonna pick that weapon up, presumably. There it is. Might as well have it. 4 on 3. Australis looking good here. But Dupree and Device have been heavily tagged.
Man advantage up in favour of Astralis though, and they're going to be sending Magis to spearhead the offensive up here towards Banana. Sticker rotating round. Dupree. He's going to be over towards apartments along with Zipix. Magis tagged down low. That bomb now going to look to rejoin the other guys. Sunny does fall as Magis going to find that opening kill on a Sunny. And now this is where this A-side take looks to come through. Magis has successfully pulled the rotations away. And while Sticker's able to get that one kill, the bomb now will go down for Astralis. 2 on 3 in the retake for Mousesports. And they're both very, very far away. Dupree's paying up with damage as well. I'm curious to see if they do decide to go for this one. With only UMP and a FAMAS, they are going to struggle.
Doesn't look like this is possible if you ask me. HP players and Device disconnecting another brutal headshot there with the Desert Eagle. Sticko probably wants to bow out this round. He has got the FAMAS and Diffuse get a flashbang as well, so they'll have to force by next round, and Astralis do shut down the aggression there from Mousesports. Oscar trying to do whatever he could with the auto shotgun down towards the bottom of the banana area. Didn't really work out for him. After it was Dupree pushing up middle, found the opening kill. It's that pesky CZ that seems to do so much work on Inferno. 3 players survive. And what's the force by going to look like? Sticko doesn't have an upgraded pistol to drop, but he is going to help out with a Desert Eagle. Just thrown on the floor for Oscar there. And they want to make sure Oscar's money's nice and strong. He's only got $1,000 actually, so they do everything they can to win this one. They have got 4 smokes, it'll play like a gun round. HE purchase as well for Sticko. 3 of the players actually investing everything they've got into this. So, smoke down towards the half wall. Molotov in. Oscar trying to do whatever he can here with the Deagle. I don't think that's going to be connecting. Dupree just pushing him off.
Yeah, that auto shotgun roaring to life over towards apartments. Chris J holding close. He smoked off the angle. He has Sunny and Stico here to help him out. Astralis going to start to work their way up towards the top of Banana. Oh, push goes through the smoke. Chris J's doubled down with a CZ. Sunny's dropped the bomb, and suddenly this round looks like a Mousesports round. They've gathered guns. Dupree and Zipex left to try and keep Astralis in this one, and it's going to be very, very tricky for them. Dupree with the auto shotgun. He's going to fall. Oscar over towards top mid, shuts it down, and Zipex. That's too much to ask. He does burn out Sunny before he goes down, but Mouse, they've stolen around straight back.
Pushing the banana with the CZs, flashbang over, going through the smoke, 2 very quick kills, then the third came in, they had the bomb down, recovered utility on the floor, dropped the incendiaries, the Molotovs on top of the bomb. Terrorists tried to do whatever they could to get back in the round, but pincered from top middle as well. Great shot by Oscar, he's a very, very good Deagle player. And back and forth, the pendulum swings, forced by now from Astralis. With the P250s, they've got a couple of AKs to operate with, at least I think they do. They did in the previous screen. There it is. It's a little bit odd today. But Zipex takes a ton of damage there, and maybe even a bit more. Chris JB waiting to execute him there with the CZ. Might even get an AK out of this. Not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad one bit. Dupree now the only man with the rifle out for Astralis, and Oscar and Stico holding on to top mid here, about to have Dupree come their way. falls. dupreeh, he's going to break that silence, though, with the frag on Estico. Into the 4-on-4, and that's applied that much more pressure over here towards the top of mid. They've rotated a man in from B. Leaving Chris J all on his lonesome over towards the top of Banana. Astralis, they would love to retrieve that rifle, but it is deep behind enemy lines. They've forced Chris J off the angle. He has to fall back into the bomb site, and now flashes, smoke start to raid in. Chris J has to hold his own. Players come his way, and Chris J going to fall at the first hurdle. He does manage one, and he buys a little bit of time. The 3 remaining players from Mouse start to rotate in. There's the frag needed from Sunny. He's closing the gap. The bomb does go down. Glaive and Magisk left alive. They're going to get hounded by these rifles. Glaive is the only man with one out for Australis. He's got the scavenged AK from Chris J's body. There's the first frag on a Sunny. Still 2 more to find. Ro8 now emerges, and he's going to catch Glaive unaware. Magisk 1v2, P250 in hand. We say pistols are strong, but not strong enough as Oscar going to finish things off. Defuse comes on in, and Mouse, they are going to lock in their 3rd round.
Absolutely so. Ro8 even out the kit, we absolutely fine. And there will be 2 players surviving. I assure you, Zipex is dead. As we get into the next round, I've got a slight HUD issue today. So that bottom player seems to display incorrect information. I'll try and keep you updated as to whether he has boards or what his money's at. Looks like it'll be a full eco all round for Australis here. The bomb was planted, but lost bonus not being too kind to them here. As we get into round number 5, it's 3-1 in favor of Mousesports. Glaive, normally one of those sort of rounds, with his recent form considered, he'd usually win those kind of plays on the B bomb side. CT's coming his way, only good for 1 kill though. So they're going to try and rush B, and they're going to take so much damage. The grenades at the very start, doing a ton. Chris J sprays wildly through the smoke, and that's going to be 2 kills picked up. And look at the remaining 3 players, dupreeh, Device, and Zipex, all heavily tagged. They wanted to try and answer back with a nade strike themselves towards the top. Chris J trying to finish things off quickly, but takes some damage, decides to fall back.
Yeah, they've already got a 2-man advantage. They just want to play this safe. You don't want to risk giving anything up to the pistols. Chris J right now top of the board for Mouse. He's looked good. I think this is important that Mouse are able to hit the ground running here on their CT side, because as the analyst said as well, they kind of painted a better map pool for Astralis. Sunny, ooh, that's a nice shot on Device. He's going to mop up all 3, feeling pretty good about that one. Now Easy Street is over though, Henry. The buy going to be coming in for Astralis. Going to be rifles out across the board. No AWP in play just yet for Astralis. Mouse, are they going to break one out? Chris J, he has the money. Temptation must be there, but they might just attempt the bonus round.
Yeah, the war of attrition is officially over. Mousesports will be victorious. They managed to find 4-1. This is nice stuff from Sunny. He's a very strong B bomb side player. As we get into this, yes, indeed, we do have the 5 AK-47s. You can see it's not a full buy from Astralis. A few compromises made in terms of the utility, but overall they do have the 5 smokes, the flashbangs, a couple of Molotovs, and no Oscar. Oh, yeah, that's going to be something to behold, trust me. As they try and get things done towards middle. Have to fall back here. dupreeh strikes quickly from the boiler, and now it's down to Ro8. To be able to get the second, certainly can. Looking sharp today. Oscar going to be backing him up. That's the bomb down. And very frantic round here. Still going to be a 2-on-2, but May just takes care of that.
It's all on Chris J. There's the shot to Device. He only has the MP7. He went for the bonus round. And now in the 1v1 with Magisk. Chris J retrieves the AK from the top of mid. Also gains a smoke from that. Magisk locking down the angle over here towards short. Chris J working his way around, but Magisk going to do it. 29 HP. He locks in that round for Australis. 2 big kills from him.
Oh, yes. Well, this is where the game really begins, because now the Oscar orb comes out. Ro8, great job on this bit. Wasn't quite enough there. That second kill, certainly worthy of a round victory, but not quite. Magisk comes out on top against Chris J in the 1v1. Stick on your screen right now. I'd assume this is a tactical timeout. Oh, not actually going to be. I thought the fact that they can bring out the double orbs for the first time, they might have considered their options. You can see Australis, even after winning the round, the fact it came down to the 1v1, still extremely limited. Mac Temper, Zipex, Glaive on the UMP. Do what they can. Around 4 players without helmets, but Oscar, oh no, not the 1G. It's happened. Devices ran through his own flames, and down he goes.
Yeah, you really do hate to see that now. dupreeh's going to try and answer back, and he has at least started to clamp down a bit on Mouse with that frag onto Oscar. They're going to keep aggressive forward over here towards the top of Banana, setting up outside the B-bomb site. Chris J resides here alone, and in his current form, he's looked so good for Mouse time and time again. Back of the site, AWP in hand. 3 players about to come his way. Chris J will be tested. Flash goes out, he tugs away, does let one man slide by, and that first shot missed. Now the pressure's on. They start to close on in, and the nade gonna slam dunk him into oblivion. Sunny, ooh, gonna get painted up and finished off. Zipex not content with the 1 kill, getting on and double down, leaving it on Ro8 and Stiko. Very far away. I mean, Ro8 is here, but his teammate all the way back in the A-bomb site. Cool to save comes on in.
Yeah, unfortunately, that double AWP setup doesn't really do wonders for them at all. Chris J stuck towards the back of the emo position, and that position can be very strong. If you miss one shot, though, and allow a player to get towards well, you're very vulnerable to utility. As you saw, the HE grenades flood in, and now Ro8, he's absolutely done for. Glaive's going to be checking the position. As you can see, it's a nice little cubby hole there with Glaive aware, and manages to find the 3rd round for Astralis. Sticko trying to save the AWP for Oscar. And we've talked about this many times in the past. Oscar with an AWP, even when his team are full eco, is enough to win rounds. Haven't seen him really get into this game as of yet. Timeout to come in. This will be by Astralis. Probably Mousesports, all things considered. Their money is actually very low. Sunny will give the AWP to Chris J for now. Maybe he's got a bit more money, wants to get some armor. Play towards B, we'll see. Indeed. Sports have called the timeout, so a chance for the coach LMBT to get stuck in. This is a very difficult but possible round for them. Options, Oscar or Chris J could pick towards second middle, get aggressive by the barrels of B, just try and get the opening pick and try and funnel them into a stack perhaps. So let's discuss their options. Normally get the AWP at the barrels of B and then have 4 players towards A, or go very aggressive down towards like second middle and try and get that first pick. We will see.
Oh, they've actually got to throw in the AWP back over to Oscar. Clearly, yeah, he's feeling like taking a bit more of aggressive stance, perhaps.
So yeah, 4 players towards A. Oscar alone on B, and I thought that shot was a lock-in. He just always offers himself up, and a good grenade from Astralis as well. Might end the round early for Oscar there. Opposite the 5-7. It's rare to see that gun deployed these days. 4-3. Astralis poised to take this round as well. Managing to push back Oscar so far, and somehow didn't quite connect the shot fully on Magisk.
They're going to be devastated about that. That could have been the kill. It kickstarted the round for Mouse now. Oh, Dupree going to paint Ro8 up with some damage at Zipex to finish him off. And now stacked up outside the A-bomb site. Dupree over in apartments. He has support from Device down here over towards middle. Zipex and Glaive now going to look to join up with him. Bomb still left back down towards T-ramp. There's 4 players actually here from Mouse. They rotate. Oscar on in as well with the AWP. And Australis, they've read it well. They've rotated back over towards the B-bomb site. They go. Sticker will be the first point of contact as he goes rotating back round. And oh no, Australis, they've doubted themselves here. They've started to make their way back in towards the A-bomb site. Mouse could get caught out of position, but Oscar's here, missed shot. And that could have made all the difference as now they force their way into him. Oscar's found one, but his luck runs dry, and now it's Sunny. Tucked away. He's able to get one. That's the bomb dropped. Maybe there's still a chance here. And Sunny peeks out. He's gone ahead and got rid of Magisk. It's a 1v1. And Stiko kind of start to aggress on in. Zipex gets the bomb down. In with the peek. He's tagged him up. And this would be a hell of a round for Mouse to win. Stiko's the 1 on the clock. He's going to start to aggress forward. Zipex tucked away. Edging ever closer. No kit. Pressed for time, and Zipex going to lock it down. Astralis will find a 4th round, Henry.
Absolutely so. It's Zipex in another clutch there. It takes an excellent player to outdo him in those certain situations. And Sticko, he thought he'd outplayed him. He thought he'd walk into his crosshair, but Zipex just holds his nerve. Tight angle. And waits for Sticko to walk into it. It wasn't actually Oscar that carried around. There's actually the CZs, the P250, starting with a great play to make that round even possible for Mousesports. But that was the eco, and Oscar does have another AWP here. MP7 for Chris J. That's sometimes his more preferred weapon. You'll see him buy that a lot. 4-4. Astralis tie things up. And we'll head into another Dupree pick towards middle. Flash off this time, though. Smoke coming in as well. He'll have to fall back. can see the CTs there. They have to fight for a frag at the start. They've only got one smoke remaining at the 1 minute 30 mark. It's far from ideal. As they'll try and assert their dominance towards the top of Banana here. Chris J likes to get down towards logs, nice and close at MP7. And we left alone. That is a difficult task of just an SMG.
Still, Chris J is feeling up to the challenge. He's gone ahead and tucked himself in. Down here towards the base of Banana. Magic is keeping an eye on it. And Chris J, if he gives this kill up, then that there could be the B bomb site crumbling down. They've lost their one man. That's going to force the rotation out from Sunny. And now the pressure's really on for Mouse in this round. They've got 2 flashbangs left to try and slow anything from Australis. They throw one of them out there. Stico does damage, but Device going to find a kill. And a second on the Ro8, maybe a third. The timing's not there, and Oscar legs him down. Missed shots between the 2 AWPers. They forced him off the angle. Oscar is to just give this up. He starts to back away. Mao's going to have to save. Astralis look like they're onto a 5th round here. 2 big kills from Device over in mid.
Yeah, I have to say, Oscar's looking a little bit flat today. He's had some big misses so far. Normally, absolutely unreal with the AWP. Still not looking bad by any sense, just not as prominent as we're used to, perhaps, as he'll try and save the AWP this time. Sunny with the M4 as well. They're both positioned in the B bomb site. All 5 players for Australis staying alive here. They can certainly justify a bit of a hunt. And Device looks like he's just about to get warmed up in this series as well. 2 great picks towards mid. And Sunny, aware of the prospect of Astralis hunting him down. He's by the new boxes right now. They've got no Molotov to flush him out, at least. Dare say he survives this one. He's going to find Major, certainly. Can he get anything more? Scott, another miss for him. He'll hit that one, though. That's the one that really counts, as I think he survived. He did indeed. Oscar with 3K. And his Device. These brutal picks towards middle. Sticko can do nothing about that. Ro8 tried to get the trade, but arrived a little bit too late. So there we have it. And I'm sure so the stats Device, he can't be on 27 kills. So I think that's it. We're having some gremlins in the system today. So we'll see. Oscar, like we said, these rounds can be very successful for Mousesports. At the big tournaments especially, he always seems to pull out disgusting procedures with just an AWP and pistols on his teammates. He does take nade damage once again, though. Trying to bait in Chris J behind the half wall there. Not going to be going super aggressive. Glaive just a bit of an off angle, waiting for him to peek.
Yeah, they're just waiting. Oscar's... Whoa! What is that from Glaive? That is just monstrous. Quick kill out of Oscar. I was not ready for that one, and I don't think Oscar was either. That's going to leave him feeling a little bit sore. Now, Chris J has retrieved the AWP. Astralis, they're really applying the pressure. Mousesports must be feeling claustrophobic, the 3 remaining players. Uh-oh, they've gone by Ro8. They do believe that it's clear, and that's the 5-7 springing to life. Ro8's 2 quick kills, and maybe a little bit more. He's not done yet. He's going to keep on hunting, forces Glaive out of apartments. Magic's going to catch him, looking away. But there's still Sunny here, and if you recall, it was Sunny who, a few rounds ago, almost made the clutch possible from inside the site in this exact position. He's tucked away. Chris J now rotates in. He's going to have support. And it all comes down to timing. Nice shot from Chris J. Just Magisk and Glaive left alive, and Sunny now emerges. Few missed shots, and he's going to land it. Now it's Magisk. 1v2 from the pit, 15 seconds time. Ticking against him now as he starts to make his way to the bomb site. He has to find the frag on a Sunny and then deal with Chris J, and Sunny's going to win it out. A 5th round for Mouse. And I hope we get the replay from Ro8 over in apartments. That was just a spectacle in and of itself. The 5-7 doesn't get enough love anymore. And he's trying to bring it back.
Yeah, close range. If you're precise and disciplined with the taps, it can be something very powerful indeed. It certainly gets more respect in terms of the quality of the kills, I would say, as Ro8 does make that round very possible. I have to say, though, Glaive, 20 seconds on the clock, runs in the bomb out, doesn't even check the position, like you said. Sunny managed to find a few kills, and there will be a tactical pause at this point. A bit of a mess there from Australis, I'd have to say. It will just be adjusting headphones as well. Apex doesn't seem to be too happy. This is going to be working on their options, see where the money's at. As we get into the next round, that looked like theirs all day long, especially after that lovely shot to take down Oscar. 3 remaining. It's the first pause for Australis. Still anyone's game here. Nuke coming up next, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see Dust 2 played. The new look Dust 2 for the first time on a professional level. And Australis will take the eco here. Round number 11, 5-5. And in terms of the residual cash, got about 2K per player, pretty standard stuff. CZs, Deagles, a couple of smokes, flashbangs. Might just be trying to get in front of the utility here. It's going to be Device to go through first with the CZ. Chris J brought out of position, and Device with a wonderful little play there to get 2 kills. But luckily, Sticko's there. Fast rotation to hold them off and disallow him entry towards that B-bomb site.
If Stiko isn't there, that whole round comes crumbling down for Mousesports. They're very, very fortunate to get bailed out by that third man. Device did not see it coming, and you do just love some of the sequences he can pull off. 3-on-3. And Astralis, I mean, it might be the partial buy, but you can't count them out of rounds like this. They still have a decent bit of utility to work with. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs. It look like they're going to continue with this B offensive. There's weapons down for them to grab. They smoke off CT, and now 1 out towards Coffins as well. There's only Stiko here. He has to be the hero. 1 kill, maybe a bit more in Stiko. He's managed himself 3 inside of this B-bomb site. Now it's Oscar and Rops versus Glaive, the man who is the mastermind behind this Astralis team, has to try and now lead by example. 1v2 tucked away in the back of the site. Oscar and Rops to contend with. 2 of the star players for this Mousesports roster. He's that first peek out. He's found Rops on his own, and Oscar, now he knows where he is. He's rung the dinner bell, but Glaive, he spots him. Oscar's going to land the shot. Defuse comes in, and Mousesports, by the skin of their teeth, they found a 6th round.
Glaive been in that position so many times before. 1v2, new box, and the B-bomb site of Inferno. This time he can't deliver the goods. It's Oscar who's starting to wake up into this series. 6-5, nothing really separating these 2 teams. No one that far in front in terms of the economy side of the game. Round number 12, AKs again for Australis. Oscar will drop a weapon, pick up his AWP once more. Looking to find consecutive rounds here. It is considered a CT-sided map, but these teams very equally matched right now. Oscar this time heads towards middle. It's for a flashbang. Most players actually turn around at the very start to not get blind at the very start, hoping he could beat it. Incendiary thrown. In terms of the setup for Australis, looking like they'll be going very fast towards middle. Actually pushing through the smoke and focusing towards the quad. 1 player in the apartment, and Oscar have to hit some shots now.
Now Oscar, so many kills to find. They're going to start to come his way. He's tucked down, but Dupree finishes him off. Stiko tries to claim back what he can, but he's going to fall. Dupree's a monster right now. Glaive going to get rid of Sunny, and suddenly it's just Chris J, who has been spotted out. They know where he is. They're going to go hunting for him. And Zipex, that was a headshot in through the wall, and everyone else has arrived. Chris J's time on this earth is limited. Astralis, a 6th round for them. They just look so clinical in these executions. You saw Oscar just trying to tuck away. But Astralis, they've been fooled far too many times by players hiding in that A-bomb site. They don't let it slide this time around.
Well, there it is, Astralis. Their strategy book is so deep right now. They've got so many variations of the setups, the defaults, the set pieces, those fast little pushes towards middle, just to shut down AWPers like Oscar's. As soon as he misses 1 shot, he's done for. He doesn't expect 4 players to give him a quad that quickly, and he hides behind the box, but it is very spammable, and it should be an eco now for Mousesports. Really investing too much into round number 13 here. Coming to the end of it, another lovely shot from Glaive there. Chris J completely destroyed at the top of B. Oscar trying to get something back here, but Miss Molotov will at least give him a window to look for a kill. But 4 players stacked towards A. Round over, I'm afraid. Astralis have gone towards B, and they're going to take the lead here on the T side of Inferno. Coming up next, it's also a bit of a 50-50. Both teams very good on that.
Yeah. This is going to be such a close series, Henry. You can't help but escape that. And then potential, grand finale for this best of 3 is going to be over on Dust 2. I, for one, really hope that we get to see that map come out.
Yeah, you have to say, though, I would favor that slightly towards Mousesports just because of that double AWP combo. Chris J and Oscar on Dust 2, the AWPers playground. Sure, Astralis got Dupree, but he never really got up to the point where you consider him a world-class AWP. He was just certainly filling the role for a while. Didn't really seem to work out. He doesn't really seem to double AWP with Device still, even after his tenure of the main AWPer. Back at the major, 2 players survived from Mousesports, but they haven't really got anything to say whatsoever apart from the Deagle. And I think Sticker got dropped to the end. Indeed, he did. Astralis do take the lead. All bad again for Oscar. 10 kills. Sunny on 10 as well. He's normally such a brute over the B-bomb site. Gunning with Chris J, finding kills. Getting aggressive. We'll see whether they've got the utility really here. I don't think Sticker has got much to work with. Absolutely nothing. Just the M4 and Kevlar. Sign of the times for Mousesports. Really do need a post around here. We'll see if they can do it. The device still. Just waiting for the initial grenades there. And the shot from Oscar. This one connects. Dupree goes down. He'll fall back to more defensive line. It's up to Zipex now to through the apartment, see if he can answer back. Chris J does take a hefty grenade down to 16 HP. Zipex right at the end here. No one to really back him up. The bomb gets dropped towards second middle. They have 2 players towards Banana. 2 at the A side, says Glaive. Let's try and flash up. He's already got a smoke towards the arch side. Zipex given the responsibility to potentially stay at the A side, see whether he can cause some sort of distraction. It might not work out at all, though. Oscar hits another. 5 on 3. He's found both the kills so far.
Yeah, that bomb's gone rotating background now to join up with Zipex over here towards apartments. It's going to go out through mid. Smoke goes down. Zipex is out. Ro8 actually now has to turn back around and keep an eye on Pit, but he's able to find the kill. Pressure's on, and Glaive knows that he's going to go down. He drops the bomb. Device left 1v5. What a decisive victory here from Mouse, unless Device can pull something truly magnificent out from his sleeve. Double peek out from Sunny. And Stico over towards top mid. Mouse going to go 7-7. This is about as close as we expected it to be. Split even down the middle at the end of the first half. This round, of course, decides who heads into the second with that 1 round advantage, which, you know, every round counts at this point. Going to be rifles across the board for Australis. They don't have that AWP to be bought out.
Final round. And you have to say, Mousesports didn't really feel too comfortable with the double AWP setup themselves. They haven't really brought that to the table after feeling maybe a little bit worried that the fast plays from Australis were shutting that down. Chris J will be on the M4 and the SMGs primarily. Dupree once again. You'll find him almost every single round towards the boiler room, and this is a guaranteed kill for him. Executes Oscar on the side of the head. There is a player on towards Quad, though. Needs to be very careful. If he goes any further, he's done for. Ro8 trying to back it up, and he does take damage there, but not too much. Still 73 points of health. Nice early pick, but can they capitalize on it?
Well, Sunny's tucked away. Yeah, dismantle that boost that they had. Sunny now going to emerge. He's going to get just annihilated by Magis. They're going to keep flanking round in towards the A bomb site. Still Stico. And Ro8 here to try and overturn. It's a tricky situation. Stico, what is that? 2 big kills. He's dropped the bomb and he's made this one possible. For Mouse, it was looking like an Astralis round, and now that all gets called into question. Ro8, he's here, but Stico's just stealing the show, and he's stealing kills left and right. A 3rd kill as he bids Glaive goodnight. Wants to try and find a 4th. Zipex comes out, and 2 bullets left. Ro8 is here to help, and Stico, 1 bullet left in the chamber. A 4K from him as he locks in that round for Mousesports. 8-7 at the end of the first half, and what a half it was. I think this is only map 1 of a best-of-3 series. There's still a second half yet to come. We'll be back with that after the break. An explosive first half from either side. All teams firing on all cylinders here as we head into the second. Of course, it's Inferno. 8-7 is the scoreline at the end of the first half, with Mousesports looking good. They've got that one-round advantage. They're going to be feeling fresh heading into the second half here.
Absolutely so. Here are the scores on the doors. Oscar, 100 ADR. I have to say, though, still, for me, wasn't his best game. Christian especially seemed to be a little bit off the pace. He was having a difficult time against the utility. Fast-paced adaptations from Astralis really got them a lot of rounds on the board. But overall, Mousesports will have the lead. But they're on the T side now. Will this be enough as we get into the pistol? It will be Oscar to go first towards the banana area. He'll have the Glock in hand, but 3 players on the other side. Needs to be very careful here. He'll take some damage, but avoid death for now. That PT-50's out for Ro8, and he's very, very good with it indeed. And they've baited in this player towards the sandbags almost perfectly. It's going to be Device, ready and waiting. I don't think they're going to check this at all. They have no idea. They saw 2 players at the top. They assume they've gone back. Ro8 might be done for here. There's Device. And he'll have to try and get back to a more defensive line now, but 2 of his teammates have been dropped. The jump shot not going to come through, and Oscar trying to do whatever he can to keep Device at bay, but they have managed to get a 4-on-3 here, and May just needs to hunt for information.
Here's the running around over towards short. Just down into the pit he goes. Off the balcony, there's the first couple of frags. Magisk in with a second. Oh my goodness. Zipex is here to help out. I thought it was him who got all 3. It is just Oscar in an impossible clutch. There's Magisk finally to get himself a 3rd. Caught me a bit off guard there. Zipex rotated in to help out. What a spectacle that was down towards pit.
Yeah, Majors is proving himself to be such a vital asset of Australis. Since he came in, they've looked better and better. He was designed to bring more firepower to the Australis squad that Kiabi was lacking, and so far so good. They're starting to win trophies now, and in that pit position, there's not many players that are better than him. Playing just beneath the balcony position, hitting every single shot, shutting it all down. 8-8. Now on the second half, the more favorable side, the CT forces. They're going to have two rifles and 3 UMPs, and Clay will kick things off in style. Christian trying to rush towards the top. They have Force Sport here. He gets his helmet removed, and it will be a 5-on-4 here. CZ's Deagles, no grenades. Makes things very difficult. Bit of an off angle here for Device. Takes down Oscar, and it will be a 5-on-3 now.
Yeah, Astralis want to try and keep this round clean if they can. They're going to start to aggress on out. Sunny has the trusty Deeg. Magisk just tucked away into the corner over here at long. Has Device to try and back him up. They have the old bait and switch. So he goes looking tempted to try and peek into this, but there's Magisk now emerging. Ro8's going to go ahead and find 1. Estonian Wonder Child left to try and do some more damage with the trusty CZ. Here's Sunny with his Deagle. There's 1 kill. Going to go his way, but Dupree will smite them both down over a mid. Astralis, they managed to keep 3 players alive.
Yeah, if you've managed to keep 3 players alive against a Mousesports Force Buy, you've done something correct. Trust me, there's a lot of heavy hitters on that squad. Sunny's Deagle, Ro8's PG-50 or 5.7, things like that can make things very difficult indeed. They managed to negate those, and it will be 9-8. Pretty much a gimme round here for Astralis. There will just be Glocks and maybe a PT-50 or 2. Just the 1. Oh, there is a couple. Sunny purchases 1 as well. It's only $600 brought into this round. And we'll see if Mousesports can get a plant in. Normally the idea, just get 5 players towards 1 position. Ideally maybe 1 flashbang to even give you an access point towards a bomb site. If you get a plant out these rounds, I consider that a victory in its own right. But we'll see if Dupree can find the first pick. Spots Sunny towards the underpass. It's Majors to strike first, pushing the apartments with the MP9, knowing that there's money available. And he's going to try and harvest it right now, doing a very good job. $1,200 in the bag. And Device to close things out here. Very well done. Australis with clean sweep. They've got a bit of a bonus round coming up, Harry, with the MP9 and the UMP. I would love to see him drop an aggressive round here. Maybe 3 players pushing towards middle, nades in towards B. Just really set the tone for the second half. That would be a lot of fun. And Device brings out the AWP. So one of those, I was about to say SMG's thrown away. They still have the MP9 and the UMP. I assume Device just had a CZ in the previous round. 10-8. Round here for Mousesports. Not fully equipped. Oscar won't have the orb. Device, a bit more freedom than usual here.
Yeah, Device now moving to this CT side. I think he becomes such a beast to contend with that orb. He's going to go peeking down in towards the bottom of mid with it. There are 3 players there, and almost going to find something, but not quite. That was on to Oscar. He's kind of playing with fire. Sunny Gonna paint up Zipex with some damage over here towards the upper end of Banana. Molotovs him off the angle as well. Look like they want to try to employ the boost over the half wall, but that's not the case. That Molotov forces them away. Mouse doing a good job of creating some space, using the utility here to force Astralis off of these angles out of their aggressive positions, and now back into the B-bomb site. They've taken control of the top of Banana. With a minute left, they still have time to play with.
Oh, yes. They can do anything here towards B. It's going to be Chris J. Firing off shots through the smoke, hoping that one of them will land. No damage inflicted, though, yet. Sticko, top and middle. Pre-firing every angle he knows. Device is here somewhere. 35 seconds. Looks like it has to be a B execution with Sticko making his way towards mid, just trying to catch someone in transition. I think he will be discovered, though, momentarily. Oh, this is the smoke holding him off. B execution now has to be the play. Smokes to be deployed, and Sunny to lead the charge. Fully flashed, though, and Glaive taking the aggro away from his teammate. Can he find a frag before he's found? He cannot. Glaive surely doesn't get more than this. One kill so far, but Chris J takes him down. Dupree keeps around alive, though. 3 on 3 as the bomb is planted.
Gonna go down just in the nick of time. Device and Magis, first 2 players here for Astralis. Magis only with that MP9 has Oscar coming his way, but he reads it well. He's able to find that frag, and now it's Chris J and Sunny back at the site. Sunny plays the off angle, going to come to regret it as now Chris J 1v3 has to ace it for the win. They line up for him, but he only manages one. Magis answers back. Defuse going to come through for Astralis as they lock in round number 11.
Well, there it is. Actually, Magis with the MP9 he finds on the fraction. But I said that's one of those bonus rounds for Astralis. Their money's going to be so strong at this point. Dupree, 9K coming into this round. And Zipex, he's got 8,500. So very well done from Astralis. 11-8. Puts him in touching distance now, considering the finances of taking this first map. Looks like a bit of a partial buy for Mousesports. Love that round from Astralis. They're very good on Inferno. It's getting better and better every time you see them play. Device 11 kills so far, 12 deaths. You can see the very top Magisk. What an addition he's been. Round 20. Deagle CZ and a Tech 9. Goodness gracious me. What year is it?
This is great. I want to see Chris J make some plays. Tech 9. Harry, you and I always get quite excited whenever we see this board out. It's a bit of a vintage meme.
Yeah.
And here he is. He's, well, Chris J. He is the meme man himself. He's over here towards the top of mid. Going to throw that smoke for long. That now segregates these players away from one another. It's Land and Library. Magic's got to go and find one. And a second, making quick work of these oncoming players. Chris J with the Tech 9. This is it. Nope, Device going to find him. Sunny left in a 1v4. So many Australis players knocking on his door, and he can't get any more. Dupree. He's going to go to cement that round. Sadly, the Tech 9 doesn't see any action, Henry.
Yeah, for anyone who's not aware, it was nerfed to Oblivion around a year ago, and it's pretty much not even part of the game anymore. Chris J, I think at events, I think at Starladder, it was purchased twice through the whole tournament, and Chris J pulled both of them. So it is dead now. CZ reigns supreme. 12-8, and there will be another buy here. Oscar brings up the T side AW for the first time. 3 players towards B. Astralis with so much going in their favor right now. They've won every single round here in the second half. 12-8. 7.5. Chris J. Shot. Look at all the fire down towards Banana. No one's rushing that. The smoke at the bottom as well. They can be rest assured that that part of the map is theirs. They can set the AWP up there if they really wanted to, which is what I assume they do. Yes, Device is there. Normally want to get on the half wall, if I'm honest. That's the strongest position if he's going to hold it solo. Can go to the barrels as well, a bit more exposed to the flashbangs. And indeed, get up on the half wall. And once he's established that, he can be left alone. They'll wait for about 10 more seconds to make sure he's comfortable. Sunny's going to be on the other side. Oscar might be the challenge. There's a flash. But you can see he still has an option to fall back. It's not as dicey. He is towards the barrel. Has to knife out and jump around the corner.
Well, he's going to eat that nade, and now that Molotov isolates him. That's the tag on Oscar. Zipex trying to make his last stand here. Chris J goes pushing into him, and Zipex flashed off the angle. Chris J just going to miss the timing. A third man rotated in. That's Glaive. Chris J, 1 kill. Maybe looking to follow it up with some more, but Device repositioning. We not want to go pushing into him anytime soon, as he's now up on the coffins. They change their sights. Winding their sails over towards the A-bomb site they go, and it's Dupree. Try and keep them off the long angle. That smoke has actually missed its mark. It's given him a little angle to peek through. They turn their attention instead over here towards short, but now they have to contend with Magisk up on the balcony. Managed one. Ro8 on the entry, going to get sandwiched between the two players. dupreeh lighting them up. Ro8 does contend with the man in pit, but that is it as dupreeh and glaive get a leash on Mousesports, 13-8.
Yeah, I'm afraid Australis has looked too strong right now. This Mousesports unit isn't arriving in full force. Some key players not really showing us what they're made of. Ro8 had some great moments in the first half towards that pit. They've been very quiet in the second half. Oscar not having one of those lights-out games, and dupreeh looks poised. You can see they're looking quite comfortable there. Sure, he expended 30 bullets, but finishes things off with the P250. I love the little plays from Australis with the 3 incendiaries towards B. Smoker T-steps. There's no way you can get up there. You can't even challenge him. And I think this is a bit of a tactical purchase from Sticko. I'll have the AK. To be fair, of all the players in the squad, him to do it. You've got Sunny there with armor as well. Ro8 with the AK. Sticko's technically a support player. He can have some explosive moments, but if you had to put a wager on it, you'd assume it'd be the other two mentioned players that would be able to deliver those opening frags.
Well, I want to see this game carry on a bit longer, Henry, so I'm hoping that he makes you eat those words.
Oh, I'm happy for him to do so, don't get me wrong. Like, if he can find the plays, I'm all for it.
Well, here he goes. The man in question. I'm going to try and lead the charge here. He does have a supporting cast around him, Sunny and Oscar, with these deadly deeks. Ro8, ooh, he spots the head of dupreeh, but dupreeh going to win the fight. The trade's there from Sticko, so there's one kill. One solitary AK finds its first life, and hopefully its first of a couple. Now, Sunny, how's he managed to get here with Device trying to keep a handle on things? He will get forced off the angle in the meantime. Look at glaive. He's pushed down in through short. Sticko has to keep an eye on this, and just going to get caught looking away. There's glaive to find the kill. Oscar's out on the balcony, but this man's no Romeo, saying that Device going to go to shut him down. It all falls on a Sunny. 1v4, we've seen him in this situation so many times it feels like, and it's too much to ask. Astralis 14-8 as they manage to lock themselves in. Another round here, one away from map point now.
There it is. This has been a very impressive performance from Australis in the second half. You can see why a lot of people regard them as the #1 team in the world right now. The entire machine just seems to work. The addition of Mousesports just seems to be the missing cog that wasn't quite there before. Now they're back on top and everything's just looking great. Everyone's contributing. The setups are good. The communication's on point. The frags are certainly there. And we could be coming out to one of the penultimate rounds here. Galil's and the AWP does come out. You can see once again, Christian is trying to get through the flames. It's doing so much damage. They're trying to challenge it, but I don't think it's worth it. You can see this. Oh my goodness, Device hits another. Why they try and get through it, I don't know. I think it looks perfect. It's going to take a lot more than that to try and get through all that minefield almost of utility deployed towards a banana. Goodness gracious. They lose 2 players for it. Was it worth? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, that is just brutal. It's like watching someone try to run through a meat grinder. It's just not worth it, is it, Henry?
So they've got the incendiaries, the smoker T-steps, and the flashbangs as well. So you're not even sure if you're safe. There's probably a few like spots you can stand in, but Sticko was fully blind, munching the wall. Grenades coming in as well once you've committed. So it's just horrible over there. I don't think any other team does it as well as Australis. I haven't seen it that efficient. Like round after round, teams just can't actually challenge. They can't go anywhere near it.
And I mean, even then, the 2 kills that came in, that wasn't enough. Sunny was also tagged up during the onslaught, so now it is going to be an injured Mouse to try and secure this B-bomb site. In they go. Device, glaive want to try and shut them down and close this first map out fast as possible, but actually, nice frags found. Oscar, how's he landed out on a glaive? The bomb plant looks to come in. Ooh, the lineup's there, but Ro8 dancing around the bullets, manages to get the bomb down. 3-on-3 in the afterplant. Mouse with 1 flash to work with. Nade up over here on Magis. That could finish off any one of these 3 players, but no, it's Australis. That's it. They've made the call. They've pulled the plug. They're going to get out of this one. Just look to hold on to these 3 rifles into the next.
I don't even know how to break that one down. That's the round they win. It was a 5-on-3. And Device and glaive were both there at B, ready and waiting, and somehow don't get a single kill. It looked like glaive had one lined up perfectly, but Oscar does take him down. At this point, these are just consolation frags. Get the exit, keep the money really low. It's actually working out fantastically. Rob's trying to find the orb, anything he can. He might just have to go down with the ship here. If all 5 players go down, that's actually a bit of a nightmare. So no one survives going into the next round. Means money's extremely low. Lost bonus, reset. That's their first round in the second half. Lose this one, not only is it map point for Australis, you've got absolutely 0 cash. And this round especially, they can't actually afford much more than Galil's. They get 30, with the bomb going off, they got $3,500 per player. So, UMPs, Galil's, Mac 10, and they just won the round.
Yeah,
it's all gone wrong.
That was such like a ballsy call to make as well, right? Australis, they immediately went hunting for those frags. That was their intention from the outset. And look at what it's done. It's put Mouse in such a bad position. Despite winning the previous round, they are rife with money troubles right now.
Lose this one, it's GG, Harry. Has to be around Victory for Mousesports, and they're on the road right now. Dupree, efficient as ever. He's looked great the last few months. Maybe overcommits with that second pick. Fine sticko, but it quickly changed to a 4-on-4.
Look at this, they're so quick to pull a rotation in. Still 3 players here inside of this A bomb site, and Mouse. They're going to start to become a bit antsy whether or not they want to continue with this one. You can see they look dubious as to whether or not this is the right call to make. They've slowed right down. Chris J is keeping an eye on the aggression down through Banana. They've got 1 smoke, 4 flashbangs, 2 Molotovs and a nade in their arsenal. And they're going to start to go ahead and turn their attention now towards Banana. You can see Astralis. They've got the hunch. Zipex is here spotting for the information. He hears the utility rain on over. Now the rotation comes through from Magisk. And that smoke, that's going to throw so many problems the way of Mouse. As that goes down, it's going to buy that much more time. Now it gets thrown out. Do they go pushing through it? No, they're going to have to back away.
30 seconds, Harry. They've got utility, 4-on-4. They just don't really have the firepower. They have managed to salvage the M4. Looks like they will commit towards B. Everything going in. And they're actually going to fall back. Chris J's alone here. Does a very good job. Doesn't quite get the second frag, but information gathered, device falls down, and now just 1 player remains on the A side. It's Glaive. He's been so good as he drops the bomb down. Rob's low HP has no chance as he'll go down. I think that's the round complete. His teammate just needs to hide now in CT spawn. They know they've done enough, and they cannot plant the bomb now. Zipex wins out the round by just sitting in CT spawn. Could have been AFK and won that one. It's all down to Glaive, who seemed to have had a resurgence since Mousesports joined as well. That's been one of the key factors. He actually got MVP for them over their last championship. So that was a lot of fun in Marseille to see him actually get... It wasn't the HLTV one, it was like the official DreamHack MVP, just to note. But 15-9, like we said, no bomb planted. Money should be extremely low. They do manage to pick up Device's orb, so not all is lost. Oscar, dead now, of course. Okay.
Oh, just as you start to try and
I was about to tell you what could happen and what he's got to try and do. It's just dead straight away.
That is just gut-wrenching if you're Mouse. It's been thrown on a Chris J. Of course, fantastic AWPer as well. But a man down already for Mouse. This is going to be an uphill battle, to say the very least. Glaive looking to go toe-to-toe with Sunny. Tucked away here. Flash goes over. Sunny toying with him. Glaive going to go and find that kill. And now suddenly, Mouse, their problems get that much more apparent. Device has got aggressive. Why not? 1 kill with a CZ. Rops over to trade. There is now an AWP up here for them to grab. Stiko and Rops not necessarily knowing for their AWPing prowess.
Yeah, it's not an ideal situation. You've got 2 AWPs and a 4-on-2, and neither of these players use the weapon. So I really don't think this is going to be the one that keeps them in the game. It looks like Australis will be winning 16-9, but you never know. Maybe this is the ace of the sleeve. I'm not really sure how this one will pan out. Sticker has to try and flush someone out. He's hoping a player's towards garbage there, but 35 seconds. Nowhere near a plant just yet. They just playing very defensively, and rightly so. Let them run down the clock, and they've still got to get through. You can see now. Have to pull out the CZs. Majors, as long as he gets 1, that'd be enough. Oh my goodness, Sticker might do this! Of course, it's the CZ. What a weapon, as it finds 2. And out-duels the rifles.
Oh my goodness, though. That was still phenomenal regardless. And Stiko has the AWP. He's homing down the angle. He's not content with 2, but he is going to fall, and now it's Rops. 1v2 up in apartments. He was so good here on the CT side. He has to roll back into the glory days on the T side. It's not meant to be. Glaive finishes him off. 16-9 for Astralis. As you said, Henry, they managed to lock it in here. The double AWP's not enough. Mousesports, they do concede this first map. There's still more to come, though.
Absolutely so. Nuke up next, and maybe even a bit of Dust too. For now, though, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with the analysts and the next map. Do not go anywhere.